What's Richard Timmons here. Now, it's no surprise to say that one of the big news on this year was Disney. Zootopia 2 was a massive hit this year. Not everything they put out this year, was hits, but they've done some, to me, actually had some really good stuff here. So here is my official top 10 favorite Disney movies of 2025. Some will probably be unpopular to say, but I don't care what you say, the unpopular thing or not. All right. Coming in at number 10, it's going to be unpopular, but hey, it's my list. So, number 10 is, of course, Snow White. I've really quite enjoyed Snow White. I thought it was I like the music here. Really thought Rachel Zegler was pretty decent. Gal Gadot, I admit, she was a weakest link here, but I still had a fun time with it, and not as bad as most people make out to be. Number 9 is Predator Badlands. Predator Badlands, I thought was a really good, decent one. Of course, I quite like Ella Fanning in this. I really quite like the visuals in this. It's the PG-13 stuff. I actually did not mind. I mean, it is what it is. It was actually not so bad. All right, number 8 is Elio. Elio, I thought was a really decent one. Really quite like the animation here. I thought the voice talents of Zoe Saldana, Jonas, what's his name again? Kibreb was really good. Brad Garrett. Yeah, I like the animation is pretty decent. I know it was a really decent Pixar movie, which again is a shame. Hardly no one went to go see it, but it was actually not so bad. All right, number 7 is Freakier Friday. I really enjoyed Freakier Friday. Of course, the follow up to 2003 Freaky Friday. I really quite like Lindsay Lohan. I thought Jamie Lee Curtis was really good in this one. I thought it was a really decent film here. Really quite like the switcheroonies here with Lindsay Lohan's her daughter switching and her stepdaughter switching with Jamie Lee Curtis here. I thought it was a really decent, fun switcheroo stuff here. But yeah, I had a fun time with this one. I mean, love the callbacks to the original Freaky Friday. Really cool to see some of the original OG characters coming back. I had a fun time with this one. All right, number 6 is Avatar: Fire and Ash. I really quite enjoyed Avatar: Fire and Ash. It was way too long than it should be, but I really thought it was a decent Avatar installment. Uno Chaplin was great in this one. I thought it was a good one. Love the visuals, great performances here. You know, it's actually doing okay. I mean, it's not as doing big as the last two Avatar movies, but it's actually doing pretty well in the box office. So there's that. All right, number 5 is Zootopia 2, one that's actually doing really well this year. Zootopia 2 was just excellent. I love the callbacks to the original. I just like some of the new characters, like Gary the Snake, voiced by Kiyu Kwan. I adored it. It's definitely a really terrific one. Uh, it's again doing really well in the box office. It's safe to say this thing's gonna be a massive hit, like one of the most top, probably $1 billion film, I should say. But yeah, and it's safe to say we're gonna get a Zootopia 3. I won't be surprised sometime in 2026 we hear an announcement about Zootopia 3. All right, coming in at number 4 is Fantastic Four: First Steps. Fantastic Four: First Steps, of course, like a reboot of the Fantastic Four franchise and all. I thought it was excellent. I definitely the best Fantastic Four movie since the 2005 one. Really quite like the villain Galactus. You know, uh, of course, obviously, Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, Ebon Moss Backrack was all great here. I just had Julie Garner as the Silver Surfer. Yeah, I just quite enjoyed this one. Definitely a really fun, entertaining one here. And obviously, we're going to see the Fantastic Four again. Come in Doomsday, which of course next, maybe next week I will be talking about. Maybe the next week or so, I will be talking about the Disney movies coming out 2026. And safe to say, Doomsday is going to be a massive hit there. All right, speaking of Marvel, number 3 is, of course, Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts was excellent. I really quite liked what I saw here. Really quite liked the cast of characters. Florence Pugh, David Harbour, Hannah John Kamen. I really enjoyed this one a whole lot. It's just such a really fun one. Julie Louis Dreyfus, Louis Pullman as Sentry was good casting. I thought it was a really good one there. Definitely cannot wait to see the Thunderbolts back again, or the New Adventures, I should say. But so, all right, number 2 is Springsteen "Deliver Me from Nowhere." Springsteen "Deliver Me from Nowhere" is a really great one. Jeremy Allen White was a really great Bruce Springsteen. Of course, the aforementioned Paul Walter Hauser, Stephen Graham. It's such a really terrific one. Definitely makes you. It will definitely make you become more of a Springsteen fan after seeing this. Loved hearing his music in this here. It's such a really good one. Hopefully, Jeremy Allen White gets an Oscar nomination for this, but who knows? And my number one favorite Disney movie of the year is Leo and Stitch. I'm not even kidding. Leo and Stitch is that good. To me, it is Disney's best film they put out this year. I really quite liked the effects they used. I really thought Stitch was great. I mean, I remember there was like when there was like that leak image that came out of what Stitch was gonna look like, and I'm like, that looked weird, but they did a great job with what Stitch looked like here. And of course, it became a really massive hit. We're already getting a sequel here. And just think, they was going to release this thing straight to Disney Plus. This and Figure Friday were both going to be Disney Plus originals. I bet the Disney CEO Bob Iger is looking at it right now and be like, "Yeah, we made the right decision here." But yeah, Leo and Stitch, definitely a good one, and I'm glad that did really well. Definitely excited to see the sequel. Well, not sure what that's going to be called. Is it going to be called Leo and Stitch 2? Leo and Stitch gets a glitch? Who knows? But we'll see. Anyway, also, by the way, the girl who played Leo was great. The actress who played the nanny character was also good as well. Lots of really fun characters in this. But that's pretty much it there. Here's the course of my quick rundown. Number 10, Snow White. 9, Predator Badlands. 8, Elio. 7, Freakier Friday. 6, Avatar Fire and Ash. 5, Zootopia 2. 4, Fantastic Four First Steps. 3, Thunderbolts. 2, Springsteen Deliver Me from Nowhere. And number 1 is Leo and Stitch. Now, there are a few other ones I could have included. Lion King at Hollywood Bowl, which was on Disney Plus. A Very Jonas Brothers Christmas on Disney Plus. The Roses. Ransom Family is another one I probably could have included. Eenie Meenie, which hit on Hulu. Couple of Disney docs like Sea Lions at the Galapagos and Pets. So yeah, they put out some pretty good stuff this year. Not everything they put out this year turned to go, but yeah. Anyway, let me let you guys. What's some of your favorite? And by the way, their worst movie they put out this year is Tron Ares. I'm sorry, Tron Ares was terrible. But anyway, what were some of your favorite Disney movies of the year? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Sammy Sire.